In this lab, we will create an iApp that creates pools and virtual servers. This lab, just like the iRules lab, is a quick introduction to the topic. F5 has an entire course dedicated to just iApps and also one dedicated to iRules. Before we start the iApps lab, we will need to provision the AVR module. To do that, we need to log into the LTM, and I'm going to use the LTM that we use for the HA pair failover, which is version 11.5. And the reason I'm doing this is the trial version, the 90-day trial, which is 11.3, has a lot of limitations as far as what it can do. So to prevent any kind of errors in this lab, I'm just going to go ahead and use the 11.5. And we need to go to System once we're logged in, and then Resource Provisioning. And if we scroll down to Application Visibility, we're just going to check mark that and click Submit. And this is going to force your device to reboot, so this will take a few minutes. Before we can create an iApp, we need to create a profile first. So let's go to LTM, and then Profiles, and then Analytics, and we'll create. This will be called My Analytics, my underscore analytics. Under traffic capturing logging type, we're going to use internal. We'll check mark that. And then notification type, we're going to use syslog. So we'll enable and check mark. Now we'll scroll down to statistic gathering. We're going to check mark our custom. And now we're going to use maximum TPS. So we'll check mark that. Page time loading, we'll check mark that. Client IP address, we'll use that. User session, I think we'll use that. We'll leave it at 5 seconds. And we'll click always. And then we also want URLs and user agents. Then we can scroll down. Under capture filters, we're going to use capture request details. We want the header only, and the response, we'll use header only as well. And the rest we could leave at default. So we'll just scroll all the way down and click finished. Now we've created my analytics profile. Now we can go to iApps and application services, and we could click create. And this I'm going to call my HTTP. So my underscore HTTP. And I'm going to use F5 HTTP, which is right here. This will open up some more options. And these options are where you start answering the questions as far as what services and what you want this iApp to do. We'll scroll down to virtual servers and pools, and we're going to add an IP address for the virtual server. And I'm going to use 10.10.4.110. And you'll see this little line right here next to host. These are required fields. So our FQDN, we're going to use www.f5trn.com. And of course, we're using port 80. And we're going to create a new pool. We're going to use our server IPs, 172.16.20.1, port 80. Our second will be 172.16.20.2, and our third 172.16.20.3. And we'll create our, well, not create a health monitor, we'll use a health monitor, which is our standard HTTP. And then we could click finished. Now it shows us a map of what we just created. So here's everything: our monitors, our virtual servers, and our pools. And now to test this, if we open another tab and go to our virtual server IP address, http://10.10.4.1110, and we could see we're on server 1. If we refresh this a few times, we can see that we're sticking onto this particular server, which means we have persistence enabled. And if we go back to our map of the iApps, we can see that we have source address persistence. And this is why we're staying on the one server with IP address 172.16.20.1. If we were to change this to round robin, we would probably rotate onto different servers. If you ever want to make changes to your iApp, you could always go over here and click the Reconfigure tab, and this will allow you to just go in and make changes. And there's also this tab here. The template that we created is using the basic. If we were to change this to advanced, we can see that it allows a lot more options, and this will help you adjust to meet your performance needs. This is how we create iApps.